Step right up, rain or shine. The drama circus has arrived. Have you ever watched a horror cow? They scan, they saw, they're screaming now. Step right up, rain or shine. The drama circus has arrived. Have you ever watched a horror cow? They scan, they saw, they're screaming now. They scan, they cry, they'll freak you out. You blink once, they're in your house. Come chat about it, we keep it real. Spill your tea, say what you feel.
I keep messing up the intro, y'all. I'm sorry, but hello, you guys.
We call the lies right to their face. Step right up, rain or shine. The drama circus has arrived. We got laughs and jokes and fights, but it cuts deep late at night. This place gets dark, don't get shaken. Guard your soul, don't let it get taken. Step right up, join the line. The drama circus, rain or shine. Scammers and grifters everywhere, they need help. Gummy bears. It's so sad, the pitiful life leave you broke, bleeding inside. Alex will tell y'all what y'all needed. Pull that mask off, make it crystal clear. Come on in and wipe your dirty feet. Grab a drink, maybe something sweet. Oh yeah, right up, rain or shine. The drama circus has arrived. We got laughs and jokes and fights, but it cuts deep late at night. This place gets dark, don't get shaken. Guard your soul, don't let it get taken. Step right up, join the line. The drama circus, rain or shine. Round and round the story spin. Who's the victim? Who's the villain? Watch your heart, watch your mind, lead the trash, but keep your spine. Step right up, rain or shine. The drama circus has arrived. We got laughs and jokes and fights, but it cuts deep late at night. This place gets dark, don't get shaken. Guard your soul, don't let it get taken. Step right up, join the line. The drama circus, rain or shine.
Hello, you guys. How are you all? Sorry about that. I was letting the next song play. It's always something. This is a busy place. How are you guys? Have you been as busy as I have been? Happy Memorial Day. Hopefully you guys had a good day, cookout, whatever you like to do on Memorial Day. It rained all day here and I did a lot of chores, but it was still a good day. Oh my gosh. So tonight I just want to catch up. Apparently there's been a lot happening. I was kind of gathering different videos I wanted to watch. Most of them I haven't even got to see yet. Um I, I want to start with a quick video about web sleuths. It'll just take a second. Then we're going to move. Well, it'll take a minute or two and that's a difficult research video. Then I want to move into what happened with these police reports with Julie and this whole, because of the court situation we've been kind of following here on this channel. I want to watch a couple videos from Madison, maybe one from Hartley. There was an interesting video I just saw Angela Clips and Giggles shared. I'm glad she did. I would have never seen it otherwise. From Justin for All. We might watch that because I didn't get to watch it all. Then Did you guys know that JLR was also in court with Nerdy Addict? And also, it seems like somebody else, but I haven't been able to fully catch up. But I have the live stream where Nerdy Addict talks about an injunction in between the two of them. And I have the timestamp, but I just listened long enough and went through the transcript to find when he starts talking about it and save that. So maybe we can listen to that together, see what's going on there. That's the plan. And just hang out and catch up. It's a creator, solo angel mom. It's a court case I've been talking about here on this channel for the last several lives. Um, yeah, just more creator on creator type stuff. Hey, Angela, good evening. The footage of JLR following him is wild. I had no idea. I have to catch up even more, apparently. It's crazy. Like, shit never slows down. It really doesn't. Hey, J13. Hey, Coffee. Seen a bunch of you guys. Hey, Nicole B. Looking Beyond. Hey, Zoe. Good to see you guys. Hey, Tebow. Past. Hippie Chick. Be Real. Solo Angel Mom. Stephanie. Good to see you. Twist and Shout. Don't let your soul get taken. Hey, Natalie. Okay, so let's start with the difficult research video and then we'll just go through, see what the hell has been going on. If you notice my thumbnail, I was in a UFO. We've seen a lot of stuff about UFOs lately. And look, I do feel a little bit like an alien when I start looking at what happens and the shit that goes on here. So, yeah, we will start with, where did it go? Here it is. This is just a quick video, and I wanted to start here because we usually start with stuff that's happening in like the Crama community where I kind of came from, like the inner part, and work our way out. And I just thought it'd be nice to mix it up. So let's go. And then we'll make our way to there. Now, this looks like to be a deposition from 2014.
Our lives.
Exhibit B, more dry begging.
Just discussing as friends do our lives. She started offering me money, and I refused at first, and
Description.
then I accepted.
Oh my!
So you say you were discussing your lives. What did you say about your life and your financial situation to Miss Rhodes?
Just talking to her about how difficult it was, and
Like difficulty paying bills?
difficulty living. No insurance, that type of thing.
Did you ever tell her you were having difficulty paying your electric bill?
Damn. These people are all alike, aren't they? This just reminds me of somebody so freaking much. That's crazy. 2014, though. Wow.
Objection 4. I don't remember if I specifically said that.
Do you remember if you ever told her you had difficulty paying your gas bill?
Objection 4. Again, I don't remember if I specifically.
Do you remember if you told her you had difficulty paying your taxes, either property taxes or income taxes?
Objection 4. I don't remember specifically.
Wow. Is that not so familiar? It just sounds so familiar. Stay tuned, it says. Let's see what else they play. So it goes. The grift
I
goes
don't
way
know if I
back.
specifically said that.
Having difficulty paying,
Just talking to her about how difficult it was, and
Okay. So
Like
that's
difficulty
it
paying
so
bills.
far. I guess she's just showing the pattern of behavior. It's quite interesting. Some of these people, their grift goes on for years and years and years and years. Kelly, Tobins, I hope you guys had a good Memorial Day. This deposition is wild. I have watched the whole thing. Really? You got to fill me in, Tobins. Like peas in a big grifting pod. There. Yes. If she asks for diaper money, I'm gonna fall out. Did you need help with your car, your tires for the 20,000th time? Oh my gosh. Okay. Now let's switch gears. Should we go to this? I wanted to play this because I haven't got to see what this is about yet. Another police report that was filed, and I know that she's already responded this to, so it's a couple days, but I haven't seen it. I feel like I really want to play it with you guys and just kind of hear what she has to say. I played a little bit of it and then I rewound to like, I think I'm right where she's explaining what she asked for. I might have messed up the timestamp because she says that she had to get like a couple prior reports. Um, or it's, I don't know. There's a couple reports that were made prior to the one that she's going over.
I'm going to tell you what I
I'm going to drop
requested.
the link in the chat. Here we go.
So
Yeah.
my request read, hello, I'm requesting any police reports or corrections to police reports filed at the police department
Okay,
by
Brandy,
Julie
whenever.
Skolnick between the dates of April 20th through May
I'll beat it.
11th, 2026. So if you notice in that request, I asked for police reports or corrections to police reports filed at the police department
I just can't believe this has gotten so damn deep. This is
by
crazy.
Julie Skolnick
Again,
between the
am
dates
I
of
on
April
another
20th through May
planet?
11th.
Like,
Why did I ask that? Well, let's touch on that briefly.
oh my God.
So in my
Indy.
previous video, I talked about 2 reports that were filed by Julie Skolnick. This is the first one. It reads, Julie Skolnick came into headquarters to document issues regarding.
So is this the one? Yes. Okay. About the court proceeding. Awesome. So the last live we talked about, remember, we talked about this court proceeding had been recorded and she had, reported it. But she didn't put contact information. So Nonsense gave them more information. We talked about that a little bit in the last live. So it looks like that's kind of that is what this report is. Dude, Angela, I'm glad you shared that video of that Justin posted. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that he's involved in posting. I'm just surprised, but we'll get
Regarding
there
a prior-
after this. I'm gonna try to work my way in order of what's happened, but kind of not because there's a couple videos I wanted to play. We'll see in a second.
Court proceeding. Skolnick explained that during her court session on April 1st of 2026,
Hey, roommate.
she was in what she believed to be a private Zoom, quote, breakout room, unquote, with the borough prosecutor, LaSalle. After the court session, audio.
Here we go, full disclosure. I haven't kept up super well. Now, I was watching some of what was happening with like Nonsense and Truth and that kind of situation, but that's about as much as that's kind of all I've tuned into in the last couple of days as far as this stuff goes. So some of this I'm catching up with you. Like I haven't had a chance. I've saved this video, but I haven't had a chance to watch it. I figured since we were watching it together, I'll watch it with you. Just wait and watch it with you guys. That whole situation, I mean, my God, people are gross on here. They are really gross. Why do people not care about the truth? Everything has to be twisted and turned. And it's like, dude, I just want, like, we all fuck up. People make mistakes. Like, but can we just be like, just deal with shit truthfully? Why do we gotta like, unfortunately, that just ain't the way it is. In this part of Crama, with any of the people we talk about that talk true crime, the word true doesn't mean anything. What is it? Word schmerds. Who cares?
Video recordings of those proceedings were posted to YouTube by the creator at Mr. Docket A to Z. These videos were also distributed via email to other creators at Nonsense on the Web and at QueenBee0888, who also posted the video to their YouTube platforms. Skolnick believes this is an invasion of her privacy and wished for this to be documented. Skolnick further explained that she observed a video on YouTube uploaded by streamer Brittany Jackson, who explained that Skolnick should be imprisoned and charged with filing false police reports.
Who explained that Skolnick should be imprisoned. Like this, wow. The fact that you're putting this in a police report is just wow. I got a question. So let's say that Julie wanted to report that the video was being shared online. So she just told the prosecutor or the court. Wouldn't that be enough? If she did that, would they lead her to file a police report for that paper trail, or would that be enough just going to them? Because it just seems like crazy to me that that's even something you go to the police about like this. But
perjury. Skolnick also believes this to be a violation of the current temporary protective order, TPO FB 16-1787-26, due to her alleging that a male's voice spoke in the background of Jackson's video stating, quote, "There's only one person it could be," unquote, and that person's believed to be Roger Black. Skolnick was advised that this was not a violation of the order because patrol was unable to determine the voice of the male party in the background to be Black. Skolnick was advised these incidents would be documented and provided with an Axon evidence link to upload anything she felt relevant. Now, this is report number
that's number
2604374.
that's number 1.
Let's go to the cyber harassment. Skolnick.
Wait, okay.
Let's go to the next report.
I messed this up for a second, but I just wanted to pause to say, Remy, that is what I was thinking. Couldn't you just say, hey, it's circulating online, to the prosecutor who's already like speaking obviously with you, and keeping like up to speed with you already for your case? Oh, fuck, why am I already here? That is so funny. Hey, allegedly speculating. We've been playing your video. Thank you for getting these reports and putting it out. Well, shit. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I wouldn't see it if it wasn't for you putting it out, and I really appreciate that. And I haven't seen the video yet in full, but we're kind of listening together as we go and sharing the link. I was trying to skip through, like once we get through this report, but I don't want to miss anything because I had heard that you said that, these first reports were necessary to hear, to understand the next one kind of thing.
Next report reads,
that's what we're doing, girl.
Skolnick arrived at headquarters to document an incident involving cyber harassment. Skolnick reported that she has discovered new information related to report number 26-0437. That's the report that we just read, which she documented on April 2nd of 2026. She stated that the social media accounts linked to YouTube, Nonsense on the Web, and Queen Bee have each shared the, quote, Zoom breakout room, unquote.
So now you're making a report about the harassment you got from what you already reported?
Video on their platforms more than 3 times, and that the video has received approximately 50,000 views. Skolnick further stated that Queen Bee is associated.
That's where that 50,000 views came from. I remember you guys, we wondered why the prosecutor had said it was circulated 50,000 times. Well, it comes from this police report, I guess, and from her.
Associated with the account Queen Bee, and Becky is associated with Nonsense on the Web. She explained that Queen Bee and Nonsense on the Web have recruited individuals from other platforms
to view and share the video. She added that she has recruited individuals from other platforms. What is that about? Like, wow. She added she's been unable to submit a YouTube privacy complaint form to request removal of the video due to the number of times it has been viewed. That is just complete bullshit. First of all, I don't care if a video's been viewed 10 times or 1,000 times, you still just report that video, right? And even if they both played it 3 times and they recruited others to play it, that's just crazy. Okay, let's just go to the next one. Please go check out her video for the full, for, more information. And I'm dropping it in the chat as we go. You might see a link with no explanation of what it is in just a second. I'll just keep dropping it, and that's what that link is being dropped right now. And for the replay viewers, if you want to check it out, just open the live chat and click the link being put in the chat. Okay, here we go.
Her date of birth, social security number, and phone number. Officer regarding a prior report she had made.
Julie is requesting to speak to an officer about this prior report. Okay. No, I know. It's a thing on my channel. I never like to play like a full video. I usually, like if we need to play a lot of it for context, I still want to encourage people to go over and watch the video on the channel where it originated. You know what I mean? Not because of strikes, just because I think people should do that, you know? I have a feeling the police are probably sick of seeing Julie Skolnick coming in to report these creators on YouTube drama nonsense. She needs to log off and stop lying for fuck's sake. Yeah, I feel like not everything requires a police report. If you want to you want to let them know it's circulating online, okay. That makes sense that you might want, you know, somebody didn't get it through FOIA and it's been recorded illegally or whatever. I wonder who recorded this. Like, thinking about that, listening to these reports, I just don't think it was her. And I don't think it was Brittany either. I don't know. I don't know. I would just be surprised if you would, file these reports after being the one to record it. They draw straws on who has to deal with her next. Hey, Lala Lauren. Woofy. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Cindy from sunny South Florida. Hi, Cindy. All right, let's listen to this report. So again, Julie entered police headquarters requesting to speak to an officer regarding a prior report she has made.
The report we just read, specifically where it states, quote, she explained that Queen Bee and Nonsense have recruited individuals from other platforms to view and share the video, unquote. Julie went on to explain she wanted to clarify that statement and advised even though Nonsense and Queen Bee received an email from Mr. Docket Dude that contained a video of Julie from her court session on April 1st, 2026, only Queen Bee had attempted to get another YouTuber to post the video, and Nonsense had posted the video on her own and was not trying to recruit other YouTubers. Julie also stated,
Oh, wait, now they weren't trying to what? Hold on. Let's hear that part again.
Mr. Docket Dude.
So what, you're admitting you've filed a false report earlier, or
that contained a video of Julie from her court session on April 1st, 2026. Only Queen Bee had attempted to get another YouTuber to post the video,
wow.
and Nonsense had posted the video on her own and was not trying to recruit other YouTubers. Julie also stated other YouTubers and social media influencers had taken the video that was posted by Queen Bee and Becky and reposted it onto their accounts, causing the video to get more views. Skolnick further advised on Tuesday, May 5th of 2026, a YouTuber Queen Bee had attempted to allegedly contact Skolnick, advising her Queen Bee had attempted to convince her to also share the video of.
Why is it written like that? A YouTuber, redacted, had attempted to allegedly contacted Skolnick. Isn't that strange wording?
Skolnick from April 1st of 2026.
Let me just read it. Skolnick stated the same YouTuber advised her of a recent video Redacted had posted where she was mocking Skolnick for the report being incorrect. Skolnick was asked for the information of the unknown YouTuber who notified her, but denied providing patrol with any further information. Interesting. Skolnick, who requested IR 2604680, don't know why I'm reading that, be amended or redacted. Oh, you want to again change your report due to blank's recent video. I explained to Skolnick we would not be able to amend the report. However, we would be able to make a new one which would clarify her original statement. Skolnick further asked, it's hard to read through the watermark. Skolnick further asked that all of her future reports add the videos of patrols body-worn cameras and the videos of patrols body-worn cameras be sealed in order to prevent YouTubers from being able to request them, since she believes they are using her reports for views and financial gain due to the YouTube channels being monetized. Prior to leaving headquarters, Skolnick was advised her updated statements would be documented. She would have to speak to Prosecutor LaSalle in the Records Department regarding her request of sealing future reports, body worn camera footage. Duh. It has to be, a court order for something to be sealed by the court, obviously. But that is funny to me. No, it's not people want to use just because somebody's monetized doesn't mean they want to use your reports or your body worn cameras, blah, 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 for financial gain. No, people want to get to the truth. And in the United States, we're allowed to do that. There are channels created about getting to the truth, digging to the truth. If those channels grow to the point where they make money from their AdSense or super chats or whatever, they have earned that. It takes a lot of work to do that. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Thank God it is the way it is so that we do know the truth, at least for the most part. So we are able to get to the truth and put it out to people, put it out to the world. And it takes a lot of time. Let's say somebody was dedicated to doing that all day, every day, right? They can't, that would be their job. Period. So, get over it. If you don't want people to find out, maybe don't do it. That's something my dad used to tell me when I was a kid. And I've talked to him about it even as an adult. That was probably some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my life. If you're trying to hide something, if you feel ashamed for people to know something, that's a real good sign you probably shouldn't be doing it. It's real simple. It's real simple. When we're proud of what we're doing, we don't mind for the world to see it. Now, of course, your personal, private business or whatever, that's one thing. But when we're proud of our actions, we don't mind if people know what we're doing. So that to me shows what you're doing ain't right. Hey, Jonesy. It's our American right. And I'm sorry, but this isn't some high profile or sensitive crime that needs to be sealed. I do remember back when Unmasked was in court, I do believe that some of the stuff she requested to be sealed was sealed, but I think that was more private stuff, not like just body cams and stuff. This was like private messages that were revealed in court or some kind of private, information. And they did do it. And, given that she was a YouTuber and stuff, and I think that's cool that they should. Like, just like when I hear people say, oh, Brittany don't know what she got into with this injunction. All of her private info is going to be out there. A lot of it will be. Yes, that is somewhat accurate, but also, very, very sensitive private information isn't going to be put out there. The courts will seal it, especially if you just raise the concern. Like, for instance, bank, always bank account information, but just other super sensitive stuff. You can always request, at least try to have it sealed. But you go to the courts for that. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Tiny D. I don't think that was the last injunction we are going to see. Remy, I was talking about at the beginning, so it looks like, so we played, might have been here for the web sleuths, maybe not. We played a little video with her, but also I talked about JLR. He's been in court with other people. Nerdy Addict has a video up about an injunction happening between the two of them. And I do have the timestamp of that saved, like where he starts to talk about it. So maybe we could learn more together in a minute after we get through this stuff. Hey, Lisa. I seem to be the only one requesting information, and I've never requested her body cam, and I don't plan on requesting it. I was wondering about that. In North Carolina, they don't release body cams like that to the public. But I mean, I think that's respectable that you don't plan on it, on trying to get that. And I mean, if you don't want it to be seen, don't do it. And amending a police report. So you thought you could just go in. Let's just talk about this for a second, what we just read. You thought you could just go in and be like, hey, On the last report, I said that Nonsense was trying to recruit people to pay the video. She wasn't. Can I change that? That's not true. What? You thought, okay. That makes you look super credible. I hope everybody is paying real close attention to that. Crazy. I'm tired of people always saying channels want clicks and views. Well, duh, what Allie is saying now. They don't deserve it after the work they put in. Oh, they deserve it. Yes, I agree with you. And of course, every channel wants people, when you put out a video, you hope that people see it and click it, you know? But it doesn't mean that you're willing to be immoral or do something unethical to get those clicks just because you do want people to view your stuff. And there are people who will do anything. Like, think about Dolly and the freaking thumbnails, or even Betty and the ones we've talked about, even more recently, talking about someone missing at sea and like showing somebody with their like body parts floating and just awful stuff. She does awful crude stuff, and Dolly, his are awful too. Now, some of that is totally clickbait, you know, especially even his titles. Oh my God. I haven't looked to see. I'm sure it's still happening over there. She is playing such a victim role in this bullshit. She's on TikTok just suffering so much, y'all. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. What planet is she from? See, Kimberly, what I mean? And this is why my thumbnail was me in the UFO. Melissa, did you catch that, by the way? The aliens are in my brain, okay? They've taken over. And I keep, every time I watch here and in the LCU, honestly, I'm like, dude, am I from another planet? Am I on another planet? Like, I appreciate it too. I'm with you, Toe Beans. I was listening to Joneson last night, and my husband was like, "What the hell is that song about?" I tried to explain the sewage sector, and he was like, he's like, "Yeah, okay, I can't be bothered, girl. I don't get it." I actually have Joneson's song music video. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that you posted it, and you were like, "Here, finally, here you guys go." And I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna save that to watch it later." The UFO is what abducted me and brought me here. I'm telling you, dude, that big worm twerking, that is a bop. I am serious. The other night when we did the Wheel of Fortune, I was out of breath when we started because I was twerking on my front porch. You just can't help it when you hear it. You just can't. Okay, so now we're going to take a journey. I think we're done with this. I was really surprised to see this, and I haven't actually even got to watch it. I clicked on it, and as soon as it started, I just saved it so we could watch it together. I just saw this. I was going to check at Angela's page to see what had she posted, because like when I'm trying to catch up to see what's going on, I will check Angela's, Madison, Hartley. Of course, like I'll keep up with live streams happening too, or if I know that one's happened, I'll save those. But these like clip channels to try to catch up. And then I'll do a search of like JLR Web Sleuths just because there's always something with them, or I see something I want to talk about. But so I'm on Angela's page looking, and I'm like, dude, what is this? Like J for A, Justin for all. So let's take a look.
Jiggy says, I
It says BJ said nobody. So he's sharing a post.
didn't get anesthesia.
Okay, so this is more about the changing stories about what happened. Again, like I've said before, and I just can't say it enough. Dude, I don't think people need to be in other people's personal lives. And I think, and I wish people would stop with the baby. Oh, there is a video I want to watch. It's like something about people being obsessed with that. But if we have time, we might watch it. But like, leave. I've said it time and time again. Leave the baby alone. Leave her family alone. Like, leave people's personal life alone. However, when you and I don't know, it's like you think a lesson would be learned, but when you keep talking about something, even if it is a more personal subject to you, but you keep saying different things and people are like listening, they're going to keep pointing out changing stories. Like, I think if your story didn't change and you just wanted to share, people probably wouldn't have anything to say. Right? But when the story changes, of course people are going to say something. I mean, of course. So let's see what this is about. The post says, I live such a miserable existence, yet y'all are invested in every single detail. Y'all just make up these weird stories in your mind. Where did you get that no one was at the hospital when I gave birth? Many family members were present. If you focused on your own miserable lives half as much as you insult or invest in mine, what's wrong with me? You may find some sort of happiness to fulfill that void. Morning, noon, and night, I am your obsession, and it's embarrassing. You have been at this for 2 long years now. How pathetic and sad. No shame at all. Well, first of all, it's been way more than 2 years you've been going back and forth with people in the drama community, because that's what most of it is. Now, don't get me wrong. There has been a lot of both, a lot of back and forth and a lot of too far go in real life on not just her, but a lot with her and other people too. Way more than 2 years, but let's see his point of this, because I don't know. Let's just hear.
Just the epidural. I was
Just
wide
wanted
awake.
y'all to know what
They were going to do that. Just the RN. They were going to do that. Kendall was going to be in there with me, my daughter. This all happened so fast that nobody had time to make it to the hospital.
He wrote her out.
Nobody. By the time that but let me just say, nobody got to see her be born. Nobody. Because because of how dangerous everything was. Everything went south fast. With my other pregnancies, like I got to the hospital and then Craig,
Oh, I'm
my
going to
dad,
be in the
mother-in-law,
unpopular,
and
maybe
got there
I
a
think
little
on
bit
this one,
later, and
because
then
I know what she
we
meant.
had the baby.
I
Not like
think.
not
Let's
even
see.
nowhere near that this time. Yeah. Jiggy says, I didn't get anesthesia, just the epidural. I was wide awake. They were going to
BJ said nobody. So pointing out that she said nobody. What is this about clearing Kelsey and I forget who else you said, Angela, clearing somebody's names. Samantha. I think here's my thoughts on this. As much as I think she does tell different stories at times and probably isn't telling the truth, or definitely isn't, because how could you be with different stories? With this instance, I think she means nobody saw in the room. Because when you have an emergency C-section like that and you don't have an epidural already or whatever, the epidural hasn't worked fully, they put you to sleep. Nobody can be in there. That's how my second childbirth was the same way. I've told you guys this story multiple times, but nobody was allowed in there with me, because the way that she says it, and I had wondered this before. So she says, and we'll play it again. She says nobody got to see her be born. I don't think that means no one was there. Now, if there's another clip where she says nobody was there, that's different, but that just means nobody was in the room, in my opinion. Let's hear it again.
Jiggy says, I didn't get anesthesia.
That one part, and
just
then
the
I'll catch up with
epidural.
you
I
guys
was
in the
wide
chat.
awake.
But
They
first,
were
let me
going
just
to do that.
pay
Just the
attention to this.
RN. They were going to do that. Kendall was going to be in there with me, my daughter.
See, there, and where she points that out Kendall was going to be in there with me, like in the room while I'm having the baby. nobody should be talking about this, but you use it as content, then people are going to talk about it if you are a person who gets reviewed a lot.
This all happened so fast that nobody had time to make it to the hospital.
Oh, nobody had time to make it to the hospital.
Nobody.
I didn't
by the
hear that
time
part the
that
first time.
but
Maybe I'm
let me
wrong.
just say, nobody got to see her be born. Nobody.
Nobody had time to make it to the hospital. That part I didn't hear the first time. Nobody got to see her be born. That makes sense to me. I don't think saying that, and that could mean people are there in another room. But I didn't hear the first part the first time. Again, whatever. I don't care about this, honestly, but I do see why people point it out, because you tell different stories, people are going to ask questions. I mean, does she mean nobody that was extra? I don't know, Remy. I don't know, because I guess I was hearing it wrong the first time. Sorry, Allie, I adore you, but no, she said that no one had time to get to the hospital. No, you're right. I didn't hear that first part the first time. Then her mod told another story on how she went to the doctor's office first. Now, I did see that today. I see why I can see the discrepancies. You know what I mean? I can understand why people point it out. Again, like I said, like already multiple times now, not to loop, but if you do say like different stories each time, you can't blame people for being like, huh? I don't disagree that people are obsessed far too much. Hey, MK. But I'm very aware that she engages just as much and contributes to her own situation. No one is allowed in because, yeah, normal C-section, you're awake. Right. So, Bendy, you was ahead of me on that one. I don't know. Never mind my whole explanation and thought process. Damn it, I just knocked my AirPods out. Hold on. Like, I'm sitting outside and I'm happy that it's not raining and I like to be outside when I'm live, because I kind of think of it as like I'm hanging out with y'all and I might want to have a smoke or something. But like, why did it have to rain all day and then at nighttime it's nice? It's annoying. I have so many questions and thoughts, but I'll just sit on my hands. Hey, Brandy. She's told multiple birth stories. Look, bottom line is some shit went down. It was a little scary. She had a baby. The end. I've had 4 C-sections, which means nothing. My experience is not others' experience. I had preeclampsia with my boys, and my oldest was an emergency, but I was not under anesthesia. For me, I was, but that's because I had preeclampsia, like with HELP syndrome, which is a variant of it, because I actually never had high blood pressure. But and part of that is low platelets, so you will bleed out. So I'm guessing that's why they didn't give me an epidural. I don't know. Maybe it was just to be quick, but I wouldn't think so, because I was like, it wasn't necessarily super quick. It was quick once I got to the second hospital, but not like, I don't know. I wasn't able to wait a day to take the other steroid shot, but they did put me to sleep. So oh yeah, a lot of this did start before the Rico. I don't know what I was trying to look to find the like where the conversation started. Yes, it's too much rain. But I agree with you. This started before the RICO. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of the back and forth with multiple people started before that. Okay. I never comment because I agree with you all, but I'm just here to hear Alex's soothing Southern accent. Well, thank you, Lucky Shooter. I just want to say proper prenatal care would have dramatically helped her situation. So if it wasn't her lying or anything that kicked it off, even if that's why it continues. Okay, yeah, conversation between you guys. Um, okay, let's just continue. So again, I found this from looking. Dude, you'd think I was new at this. I freaking booted myself. I hit back on my StreamYard instead of hitting back to Angela's post because I wanted to see was there anything else I wanted to talk about. But let's just look. Do do do. Okay, you are the true crime. Let me share her link though. If you guys want to look at these posts yourself, look at the comments. Sorry, guys. I'm still in awe, not of BJ behavior, but the obsession of the least interesting person on the internet. Dude, with some lives that will put you to sleep too. These co-sleeping lives. We sleep together. But I think it's tiny what I think it is. I am too in a way that it's like, but also in a way I can understand some of it because it's just the lies, like, once you start seeing, like, certain things and you notice more and more, it's just like with anybody else. Like, it kinda reminds me of Amberlynn Reid on a smaller scale. Like, when she joined the LCU, I was just shocked at how many people followed just to hate her. I mean, they literally donated. So she started doing this show with these other two people. And this one live that she wasn't there, they were like, prove that you don't like ALR, that you don't want her here. Let's see how much we can, like, whatever their donate goals. And they got $7,000 in one night. Right. Hey, Madison, because of people's not only obsession with Amberlynn Reid, but the obsession with hating Amberlynn Reid. And it's like, what in the hell? How, like, you hear what she's done, and some of it's bad, but none of it's like terrible. Like, we see people do awful shit every day. But then you start to hear and know that she's told so many lies, so many different stories, and she does it on video. She does pre-recorded videos, and people over the years have just pointed out. And once they start noticing, they followed, and she had a huge audience. And I don't know, it's strange, but it's the way of the internet sometimes, you know? Was the goal to get ALR to see their hate messages? It was like prove that Tech and Fupa are the show and that ALR sucks. Prove that they can do it without her. And then every donation was like, fuck her. And they were screaming at her the whole time. It was just like a completely anti ALR show. Without Brittany, about 10 channels would go broke. This text alone, I don't know what this is. I just had pulled up because I was looking to see if there was anything else. So this is a text she shares about the caseworker being into her true crime. Like, okay, I don't believe that. Come on now. Maybe though. I mean, whatever. Then this one, which also made me laugh. Who knew there was a stone Barbie filter? Do you know what's against the law, Julie? Falsified police reports. Are people really entertaining you again? A stoned Barbie filter? that was another reason I wanted to show her page. Did I share her link, by the way? Let me do it again, anyways, even if I did. Copy. I told y'all I feel like a damn alien. It's like there's a reason why that FUE existed, though, because all sorts of everybody was being crazy, not just one end of the spectrum. Stone Barbie filter. I like that one. That made me laugh. Okay. Then she says, I don't think there's anything else though. Brittany has been, oh no. Dude, how did I do that? One second. Let's get back to this. Let me try to. Then she talks about, now I do want to say this. Some things I have seen in the last couple of days, I think it's on Madison's page, which I have pulled up here so I could tell you guys in a second. And I'll share her link. Some things that were said over on from Laura. Now, I know some of you guys have a lot more of a history with her and know her a lot better. I'm just going to be flat out honest. I don't know the history like that. I don't know the backstory. I know, Molly and like some of the stuff. I will say, Nee, I'm so happy to see you, by the way. But I will say every interaction I've had with Laura personally has been fine. Like I've done true crime panels, interesting discussions. I like nothing bad. They were all nice, right? It was all cool. Like, but again, the CPS thing obviously completely would disavow that. But I never knew, like I had seen people, like I said, that had knew how gross people like she could be. And I never knew. And I have heard some pretty awful things. I'm blown away that people boldly and proudly say some of the things that they say. I really am blown away. So that's kind of where I stand with that. I mean, we could maybe watch a video or two in a second because I know that one of them is on Madison's page that I'm thinking of, but I just can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah. There's an entire playlist. It's a little shocking. Dude, it just shows you like, and also, I don't think we should ever just completely judge someone for their past because people change and everybody fucks up. Everybody makes mistakes. But it does make me like curious of everybody's past and want to be more aware. And I've known that was smart, right? You need to know if somebody has an online history and you're like, now if you're just listening to them casually, I don't guess you need to know, but it's not a bad thing to know sometimes the history of who you're watching. The soap opera aspect took a dark turn into no boundaries. Yeah, twist and shout. There's the boundaries. It's crazy to me that people, I don't care how mad you are at somebody. Like certain shit shouldn't be okay. But some people, they get mad and they just will say the nastiest shit, and they justify it with being angry or whatever. But if you're willing to say that in anger, that still means you're willing to say it or whatever. She just asked a terminally ill woman why she wasn't dead yet today. So she hasn't changed, and she proves that every day, unfortunately. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Who cares if she's painting, though? Heck, you could be covering black mold with paint. LOL, she's just so boring. I don't know what that's about. Blissful ignorance. But it's just saying that Brittany had been poking at Laura. Let me tell you what, though. If you do think somebody is so awful, reviewing them back to back to back, and you're back and forth at that point, and you're playing your part too. That does not justify the things that are said at all. Let me be clear. Let's see if there's anything that we want to. Because I see, I haven't watched all of these. I haven't had time to catch up. It's from Madison, and I'll share her link. And we're not going to watch all these. Please go check out her videos. But we might watch one or two. Laura wants to prove the baby is in the NICU. B. Tim's obsession with the baby. That's a 5-minute long video. I'm sorry, but Laura the Racist, this is the one that I saw. Calls BJ's children trash. Here, let's just listen to this. I haven't heard it. Look, there's the big worm saved. Hey, I might play part of that in a second. Just like a little part to check out your music video, and then we'll people.
Hi there, I'm
watch it.
Madison. Welcome to my channel. You're all very welcome. Now let the fuckery begin.
All you do is exploit your kids. That's why your kids are trash. Sorry, I said it. You are such a shit mom that you repeat the cycle of garbage. I'm good for your daughter that she wasn't pregnant at 15 like you. At least, grandma's doing her right.
Britt, don't ask her how she knows she is a liar and claims someone lives near you.
I never claimed anybody lived near her. Brittany knows the people that I know that live near her, and it's not a secret. It's literally not a secret. It's one of her own ex-mods.
Laura, who gives you the right to call children trash?
Melissa Jade, will you make sure you have all messages on? Because I think you're not seeing Grandma Sherry's message.
Or discuss any child out here on YouTube, your behavior is unacceptable and escalating. Try stepping back and listening to yourself. And why are you dangling ex-mods that live close to Brittany? That's a terrible idea.
For me, I will say, even if she didn't start it and it took her a little bit to respond, I think I do remember when Laura started restreaming Brittany. But it doesn't matter. When you do start going back and forth and reviewing lives, I mean, every time when you get on here, when I get on here, anything I say, I know, and I have to be okay with somebody else taking issue with something I say or reviewing what I say. You know what I mean? And it is a back and forth. And let me tell you what, the courts definitely believe that, because I've seen instances where YouTuber tries to get a restraining order on 2 separate YouTubers. One of the YouTubers went back and forth with her, made videos about her, talk crap back and forth. The other one ignored it. The person who ignored it won in court. The person who went back and forth lost because it was a back and forth. I mean, and that's happened more than once. It's just, I've seen also back and forth happen and a restraining order still be issued, which was crazy. But you know what I mean? It just is part of it. Well, you got to accept it. When you're fighting back and forth with somebody, they're obviously going to respond. You're going to respond. They're going to respond. If they're this awful person, I don't know.
You do is exploit your kids. That's why
But regardless, I don't like this. All that being said, let's hear the beginning again, because that was disgusting. And I haven't been watching Brittany review her. I've just seen little clips, but I just don't see Brittany ever saying something like this about somebody's kids. I will say that, to be fair. Okay, let's hear that though, because I want to hear that again. I don't remember exactly what she said.
All you do is exploit your kids. That's why your kids are trash. Sorry, I said it. You are such a shit mom that you repeat the cycle of garbage. I'm good luck.
Nobody's kids are trash. Come on, man. Nobody's kids are trash. Yeah, I think court is stupid for YouTube beefs too, Ash. I agree with you. Oh my God. Mm-mm. See, that's what I'm saying. This is when I feel like I'm just totally shocked that somebody would say something like that proudly and mean it and not like uh-uh. Sidebar, Alex, remember that dress you showed in one of our lives, in one of your lives? Where did you get it? Halara. And oh my gosh, I want another one so bad, but they're a little bit pricey. They're like $40. So I got to wait and get one later. But I'm definitely going to be getting another one because they are so nice and so comfy. But they have really good sales and coupons too, by the way. So make sure to try to get some coupons when you purchase. And TikTok Shop is a great place to buy from them. I think it's actually a little bit cheaper than their website. I don't know what YBI is. Dude, yeah. Anyways, gross. Brittany mostly addresses the accusations and laughs about her toe. BJ mentioned an RO towards Laura. Well, oh my God. No way. Oh my God. If that was really what you wanted to do, going back and forth is not going to help you. But I mean, I just, mm-mm-mm. I only say that because Laura is running around telling everyone Brittany started with her, and Brittany just pokes and pokes and pokes, and that's why she's going so hard at her, and it's not true. I think Melissa, I don't think she's still in here, Grandma, but I definitely don't think she would have you blocked. She loves you, Grandma Sherry. I don't know anything about this person, but it feels like she says and does things to be over the top for the shock value because it could possibly be the only thing keeping her somewhat relevant. Why she can't follow through with anything when it comes to court and ROs. That's what I was thinking. Like, dude, you're already in all of these legal messes. Like, you're still waiting on the injunction in it. And then even if you want to do that, here's the thing. Even if that was something you were thinking about considering, you don't got to say it on your channel. So I haven't, do you know where I can hear that, Ash? Laura saying things about having people close, etc. All right, let's see what else I have here that we can listen to or want to listen to. We're going to go back to allegedly speculating space again. Just for a second. Please check out Madison's channel. Actually, let me just take a second and grab her link. I wish I had the Nightbot so I could be dropping other links too. Hey, Tiff. Good to see you, girl. Nobody's kids are trash. That is not cool. I'm sorry, but if you feel that much anger in you where you are going to badmouth a child like that, you got to step away from it for a minute and just reconnect with your higher power, with yourself, with nature, with fucking something. Because if I would be like, I don't know, that's a bad low place to be. For real. I talk too much. I can't even. I say I want to go live outside so I can have a smoke, but I can't keep one lit because I have too much to say. Here's her apology. Maybe she apologized for it. Let's see. Do you guys know who Walk Off the Earth is? Please, if you do, you got to put it in the chat. Please. I love them so much. Like, I shared one of their videos the other day, but yeah, if you know who they are, let me know. Oh, wait, I haven't shared. Went back to you. I'm listening to someone review my rant from earlier, and I would like to make a public apology about something I said that I should not have said. Well, here we go. I should not have said beach kids were trash. Her kids are innocent products of two low lives, but it's not their fault for the hand they were dealt. I was going to wait until I went live to say that, but I just wanted to let everyone know. I was 100% wrong for that, and I do regret saying that. And that rarely happens, so you know I mean it. Oh, okay. Well, hmm. It does make me feel some type of way that she apologized, and I didn't know that before I mean, kinda gave my thoughts, but 'cause I think that's not super responsible of me, honestly, but, uh, you know, I think that's so sad that that was even said, and, I think it's good she apologized, you know? Is it true that she rarely apologizes and says she regrets it? Oh, thank you, Jonesy. But I wanted to drop your guys' links, like yours, Melissa's. Those poor babies. I don't care how you feel about the mama. The babies are innocent and off limits. That's what she chooses to do. She needs to do it in silence. Follow through with it and stop going back and forth with Laura. Yes, exactly. Laura said Yvette lives an hour away, has been okay, so has been to meet up with Brittany before. She has 22K subs and could know people. And Angela's right. That was to save those little kittens. Um, mm, I don't think I would. I don't think I would take that as threatening. Brittany knew and had issues with Yvette long before Laura. You know what I mean? So if Yvette was, I'm not saying she would, and I don't think she would. I have no reason to think that at all. So do not get it twisted. But let's just say, for instance, Yvette was going to do something, she would do it on her own will, or have, you know what I mean? I don't. So, but why would you even say that, dude? Come on. If she did actually say she lives an hour away and she's met up with you and you have 22K subs and could know people and wouldn't know that somebody knows you type of thing, why would you even say that? That's ridiculous. Come on, man. But also, again, Yvette was like Brittany's like very close friend, right? Like at the time, she was like everywhere, standing up for her, talking shit to everyone who had something to say. Honestly, even if they had something to say that was fair, Yvette was right there, like, um, and she left a long time ago, but they had some pretty serious fights at the end, right after she left. But yeah, I don't know. From Memphis, B for better. Oh, I'll have to try to remember that. And Ara doesn't show people up either looking at Betty. She has 4 ROs and still yeah, it does well, Kim, you know what? You're right about that. Like, but I have seen a rare case where it does. But you're right. Like people think I'm going to get an RO on someone and they'll stop reviewing me. That doesn't happen and it doesn't work. They will still review you in most states in most cases. I've seen somebody do that, fight for somebody in court for a while, and the RO was successful and they were still reviewed and there was nothing they could do. Now, I have seen one case where it was written in the order that they couldn't speak about them. But typically, an RO wouldn't protect you from criticism. Her apologies mean shit. Hey, Deets. It's sad someone's brain even goes there. I know. That's what I was thinking. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, you ordered one, Lisa. They are the cutest dresses, and they seem to be loved by a lot of people because I had heard about them for a long time before I finally ordered one. from different like YouTubers I watched. Oh, thank you, Jonesy. This is on Laura. She's using these people to intimidate. Not that it works or whatever, but her intent is there. But Yvette, because Brittany knows her so well. She definitely keeps poking, of course. To be honest with you, if everybody stopped, what would she do? Just asking. I don't know, but I'm feeling like we should change courses. I was going to watch B. Tim's Obsession. Dude, oh my God. I don't know why I keep doing that. I was going to watch the video Madison has about his obsession with the baby, but I honestly feel like there's too much talk already about the baby, and I don't want to add to it. And it would just leave the chat open to speculate and stuff. And I get it. Again, I do understand people pointing out somebody saying different things. Like you can't help but notice lies here and there. If you hear a lie, you might point it out or talk about it or comment about it. I just don't want to make this the place for that. So, but if you want to watch that video, please go check out Madison's channel. And Joneson, thank you for dropping it. It's over there, and she has a ton of good videos. It's how I keep up a lot of the time. You know, I'm gonna end it with this on that subject because I want to hear about this other injunction, but I want to end it with this. While I find it weird and I don't like, and I wish people would stop and leave the baby alone. I've said it on every live, like leave the baby the hell alone. Period. Please just stop with it. And this is not in a hateful way. It's like in a just please. Like this is already a toxic place. Like it's a newborn. Let the child live, and you know, on one hand, I 100% still feel that way, and I can't say it more clear. With that being said, stop with all the talking about it, and like that's or it's not going to stop, because when you keep saying different things that don't add up, people will point it out. And when you make something your content, people will criticize it, people will review it, like every evening my boys sit out here and pass football and like play with the dog, right? And like throw the like kind of play fetch with this rope thing and just play. Let's say, for instance, I filmed it and put it up on my channel. Would it be right for someone to pull up that video and go, look at the way that they have that dog's collar on? That's not right. Or something like that. It wouldn't be cool, but people will do it, and they could, because I uploaded it to my channel. Like, and even if it's something innocent, people will find something to say. And especially if it's, a changing story. It's never going to stop. We're on YouTube. That's what people do. It's content. People criticize and review each other's content. And we're all kind of in this little community together. And that part of it has been a huge topic in the community. It's not going to stop. It is what it is. So there's only so much you can do. And that's where I stand. So as much as I don't like any of that being talked about, I also get why people have their thoughts. And if you're, threatening or talking about ROs and stuff, oh my God, it's like, is this intentional? Like, is this rage bait? Is this freaking rage bait? Hey, psycho cunt. Well, constant reviewing and talking trash is poking. I mean, of course, people are going to respond to that. Well, everybody look and see what MK said. Another injunction, but with different people. So I can't believe they're still talking about the baby. So the other injunction is with JLR and Nerdy Addict. And I honestly don't know anything about it. So I did find right before the live, I'm talking literally minutes before, I found the video. I went through Nerdy Addict's, like he has a live on it, and I went through the transcript and I found where he starts talking about it. So we'll pull it up and just watch it together. So hold on, let me get it pulled up here and we'll see. Dude, he also has a video about an injunction with Chad. Let me just go to his channel and show you guys. So I have heard about him for years. I'm not familiar with him though. You know, some of you guys maybe, I don't know too much about him, but all right. So Chad goes pro se. Actually, the injunction video should be right at the spot where it starts, because that's all right. So now he was out in Arizona protesting. Remember, White Boy Lockdown Radio was out there protesting too. And he now has a restraining order. Apparently, he's covering JLR's stuff with the domestic violence stuff with Magnolia. Hold on one second. I gotta have a drink, you guys. Okay. Nerdy was close with Nick the Hat and JLR at one point. Then he learned who they really are. Oh, wow. Night, MK. Thanks for coming by. If not Brittany, it would be BHB. If not BHB, it would be someone else. We are talking about angry, disgusting people. That's true, Kiwi Mate. It's always going to be somebody like the ALR stuff. I will say some people get it more than others, you know, and worse. I don't think it's just the same all around, but we had so much fun the other night on Wheel of Fortune. I hope y'all watched that. If you didn't, please go watch it. It was so much fun. I laughed so hard. My face hurt multiple times during that live. It was such a good time. And then I saw that Joneson and Nunya were live, and I had saved it to go back and watch, and I just like got sidetracked. I have like a million things I want to watch. I was talking to Melissa about this days ago. There's a have you guys seen, by the way, I think Jays for Justice is portrayed in this. On Netflix, there is a movie about Heidi Broussard. And I'm going to find the name of it really fast to tell you guys. I did make a post about it, but just one second. It looks really good. I know a lot of people are watching that Mackenzie Sharilla or whatever her name is. I don't know her name. I need to watch that too. I'd like to, but I have a lot of shit I want to watch is my point. But the Netflix show is Stolen Baby, the murder of Heidi Broussard. And yeah, Melissa said it was good. I need to watch it. But apparently J is for J, because you know, she was live with her friend when Heidi was found in the car. So maybe I'll watch it tonight. Oh, you watch it today, Tiff? It was fun. It was a really good time, but I meant to go back and watch. I never did. And you know, it's because like there's always something else happening that I want to see. And the LCU, like, it's ruined me because it's like there's always something happening over there and I have to keep up. But okay, let's look at his page for a second. He's covering Bullhorn Betty and her lawsuit against the Proudfoot family, the sheriff. I still can't get over that. Then you see here, he's done, he went to the Pima County Board of Supervisors meeting. Now it says, this is quite interesting. Look, JLR seeks modification order to silence critics. So where they're protesting and JLR is filming outside of Nancy Guthrie's house in Arizona, they're going to the town hall meetings or board of supervisors, county board of supervisors, to try to like get them to not be able to be there. Look, denied. JLR's attempt to silence White Boy Radio backfires. Exclusive interview. No contact order approved. And we talked about this in my last live, like going over whatever was going on. I was listening to that live when they found her. I remember when it happened, Lisa, and I don't think I was listening live, but I do remember going back and hearing it. Okay, so then we'll keep going. We have Chad. This is what I was talking about. I wanted to show you. Chad goes pro se and gets JLR injunction dismissed. So then JLR is in receipt of my injunction. Hearing now set. I'll share the link in the chat. Let's listen together. It's right at the part.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy using it. I hope it's helpful, and we await some
So I
feedback.
did
We're gonna get right in.
about when I was looking for the transcript before he gets started. Let me just say it's some kind of map he's created to keep up with, I think, missing kids, missing cases. It's something that seems to be pretty interesting. You guys can go check it out on his channel if you want. There's the link. Okay, here we go.
Into the filings tonight. Yesterday, I was alerted that JLR was in receipt of my injunction that was served.
Deeds I haven't.
coordinated with the court. I'll show you the motion that I filed.
Hey, look.
But this was his response to the injunction. Let me go back. Sorry. Put them all up, actually. So I'm going to start with mine. This was my original injunction
Okay.
against harassment. Go to the second page, which is where the order.
Defendant shall have no contact with the plaintiff. So he got one on him for harassment?
is. Let me make that
I'm
larger
confused.
for you guys, so you guys can read the order. I told you guys earlier, a lot of people are getting injunctions with no contact, no indirect contact. My
I'm gonna
specific
look it up,
order against
Deeds.
JLR says defendant shall have no contact with plaintiff through any form of social media, text, phone call, or personal interaction. The defendant, which JLR is the defendant, shall not enter the personal property of the plaintiff.
I see them, two
including
boys.
temporary residence or hotels that the plaintiff occupies for purpose
Save
of
it.
employment. Should the defendant encounter the plaintiff in a professional setting, the defendant is not to approach, speak to, threaten, or crowd the plaintiff's person. The defendant.
Oh, so remember, JLR's trying to stop them from being up there protesting, filming him, filming the scene. And I guess this is to stop him from trying to do something about it. They had to file an injunction to where they cannot approach or interfere in a professional setting. That's what it seems like. Let's keep listening.
It shall not use social media for the purpose of threatening or inciting threats or violence against the plaintiff. This was what I saw after the incident in Tucson. I've been really transparent with people. I have a high tolerance level for bullshit. When you start making threats that you are going to reproduce behavior that I just saw at an airport, right? And you're trying to pass that off as journalism and then go out on X and say, I'm going to be at your house. Well, the people that I love the most in my life are at this house. And so I made sure that those
So maybe it
around me
wasn't
don't
just
have
that.
to tolerate what I went through at the airport. And that's the injunction here. He went into a court and he has an attorney, and
It says he wrote defendant denies the allegations. So this is obviously bigger than what I thought and not just about at work.
this was filed 2 days ago by him. Defendant denies the allegations. That's all.
My headphones are very good. I'll turn it up. I'm sorry.
We have already a motion in place. This is the actual hearing date upon request of a party or the court. This matter is set for a hearing on May 28th at 10 a.m. in the location courtroom 808 with Honorable, what's the last name there, Eva? I can't see.
Okay.
Scored, but we certainly appreciate the super chat, modify the protective order listed above. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll file a motion here, but I'm also going to be asking the judge to extend it. Originally, it was set for a year. If that is something within their statutes, I will be asking a judge to extend this based on the behavior that was seen after the airport and what he's continuing to do to people.
What has happened at the airport? I'm going to go look at his Twitter while we're
They
listening.
then give an
Let's
exhibit
see.
submissions procedure. So pretty standard here. They don't allow exhibits like 1A, 1B, etc. They want the audio video evidence on a CD or USB drive. There's a couple challenges with this, right? So I made sure the judge that originally approved this injunction knew of those challenges, have been really forthcoming and honest. He's like, well, you guys are from Florida.
Oh,
Like, I'm
look.
like, well, I'm here. Like, this is where the incident happened. I'm going to be here for a while. But with that, I said, look, you let me know.
Okay, there's definitely more to this, but let's pause for a minute. We have to come over here. I got to show y'all this. This is kind of crazy. Okay, this is his Twitter, Nerdy Addicts, okay? First of all, he's sharing an article. Maybe that's his own website about how people are upset that there are streamers up at Nancy Guthrie's. Then he says, call 911, you're going to prison should be his new anthem. Protest gets heated outside laundry home. He's sharing an old protest. Wow. I remember this. I have old videos about them protesting. I remember this is on my true crime channel. I have a Summer Wells video where I'm talking about how awful they were protesting outside of Dawn and Candace's work. And I didn't talk about that kind of stuff there, but I was just so upset seeing what they were saying. It was awful. They were disgusting. They really were. Molly was a big part of that one with Summer. Some of the things that were screamed about that baby. Ugh. Anyways, okay, there he's sharing about the Amber Alert Dietz was just talking about, Will and Wesley Richmond. Then he shares, why didn't JLR provide blink footage of the alleged door knock? He was just live talking about that. This is not what I wanted to show you guys. It was 3 hours ago. Here it is. JLR lied to a cop today and got caught almost immediately. We caught him in another alleged lie tied to White Boy Radio and the claim that he knocked on his door. Subscribe. So that is what he was just live about. So I guess JLR claimed White Boy Radio knocked on his door. They must all be staying up in Arizona, streaming, and he tried to lie about White Boy. Interesting. Imagine showing up at church. Imagine showing up for Sunday church photo ops where love thy neighbor is preached every week, then turning around and cussing out and disrespecting Nancy Guthrie's neighbors on a live stream. Wow. This is a crazy drama back and forth with them. Maybe I'll try to find out more because I feel like I don't want to play it again. I don't want to play all of his live, but I do want to know a bit more. Here he says he's sharing a Turtle Boy. It says, it's not the first time JLR has allegedly provoked and antagonized people who have not been convicted, including threatening to show up at the address of someone's mother while she was ill before she later passed away. And then he shares this video.
Prison boy! Look at Aiden. Prison boy! You're going to prison. Boy. You're going to prison, Aiden. You're going to prison. Prison boy! There he is. Bubba is waiting for you. We're going to be here prison boy. At your trial, Aiden. There he is. We're going to be here every day at your trial, Aiden. Don't push me.
I knew that he protested outside of his home a while back in Florida. JLR is now claiming after the RO that white boy knocked on the door, but shows no proof. Okay, so the door knock was in Florida. Interesting. So why would he have just lied to police about it just now? That part is what confused me. Well,
Oh, he's scared of a girl. He's scared of a girl. Oh, he's so mad. He's so mad. You're going to prison. Oh, he's so mad. He's so mad. He's so mad.
wow.
Oh, it sounds spicy. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Shame on you for what you
Jeez. I didn't know this went down.
Shame on you for what you did to the O'Keefe family, Aiden. Shame on you for what you did to the O'Keefe family.
Shame on you. Shame on you for what you did to the O'Keefe family. So as far as the nerdy JLR stuff, I'll wait until the next live. I'll try to find out more about it and I'll update you guys because I don't want to keep going and keep making guesses and assumptions about what's happening and being wrong. You know what I mean? So as far as that goes, we'll talk about that next time, but let's finish this. JLR's patterns are so predictable.
Yeah, you should probably learn their name, buddy. It's actually O'Keefe. I don't know. I don't think he cares that much. Oh, he's coming to my house. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Witness intimidation.
Wow.
It's witness intimidation.
Your mom's name is Mary Mullane.
Oh, no. He's going to my mom's house.
Jeez.
He says he's going to my mom's house. Yep. You might want to pick up your pants there, pal.
Yeah. Aiden, you're going to prison.
Look at his pants.
You're going to prison, clown.
They all
Clown,
look like
you're
this.
going to prison,
I want you guys to look at his shoes.
You are going to
Those are
prison,
Walmart
clown.
brand shoes.
You're going to
Those are
prison,
Walmart
clown.
brand
Clown,
shoes.
you're going
Look
to
at this.
prison.
Oh my God. look
Clown,
at
you're
him.
going to prison. You're going to prison.
Who is this guy?
You're going
He's
to
so
prison.
mad.
Shame on you for what you did. We're going to be back. We're coming back, Aiden. Shame on you. We're going to come back. You're out on bond. You're out on bond. You're going to be violating.
He is fucking unhinged, y'all. That's kind of scary.
He's out on bond. He's on bond.
Oh shit.
He's so mad.
This guy's on. He's on bond.
How did I find
Look at
the
his
spot
pants.
like that?
Look at his pants. Look at those things.
Damn,
He's
I'm
on
good.
bond.
I
He's a
can't
danger. Okay, you're going to prison.
I'm really not, but okay.
See you soon.
Bye. Bye.
Let me rewind. I just wanna-
You're going to prison, clown. Clown,
that
you're
part.
going to prison. Mom's name is Mary Mullane.
Oh no, he's going to my mom's house. He says he's going to my mom's house.
Yep.
You might want to pick up your pants there, pal.
Yeah. Aiden, you're going to prison.
Look at his pants.
You're going to prison.
Jeez, you guys. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm opening a candy thing, but oh my gosh, that was just scary. Testosterone gone loony, maybe. Tom CPU kicked JLR. Okay, so is that? No, that wasn't the guy's name that Nerdy was talking about. That is one unstable individual. That is kind of terrifying. Hey, homie, C llamas. We were talking about Nerdy Addict and JLR are in court together right now and just trying to make sense of some of that, but it's a little too much. And that's it. I was about to let you guys go. Just catching up with you in the chat. They are all clowns, in my opinion. It's kind of like the little section of Crama where we come from. You know, I'm not saying everybody, but damn, if there ain't a lot of them. In different directions. I don't know, Lisa. It didn't say. It just says it's not the first time, and the video was posted on May 24th. I'm shaking my head in disgust. I knew Nerdy was telling the truth, but seeing it like this just makes me so mad. JLR phone evidence from Tucson Airport police incident with Nerdy. I don't know. And I don't want to freaking assume anymore. I really don't. Just coming from like doing true crime, even talking about drama, I don't want to be irresponsible. You know what I mean? That's all. So You know what they say about assuming. They're worse because they have bigger platforms with more reach. Yeah. Oh, definitely. JLR's platform is just huge at this point. It's crazy. But I'm just saying it is similar though that like it's not like there's one side that you're like, okay, that's the side that I agree with. You know what I mean? That's the side. Yeah, that's you're just kind of like, ugh, all around on all sides. Or when you look down from your spaceship. Deets, I gotta ask you. I literally almost sent this in our group text and ask, but then I just got sidetracked and I didn't. And I wasn't trying to be confrontational. I wanted your opinion. I was so curious, like with all of, because I know that you and Nunya don't believe in aliens. And I'm curious. I did ask Wolfie because she's also a skeptic. I'm curious what you guys think about like the White House or the government releasing these like UFO files and stuff. What do you think about them? Wolfie said, I was chewing a gummy. I'm sorry. Wolfie said, it's AI. And I said, no, you cannot say it's AI because it's from the government. What motive would they have to do that? I'm not saying they're honest with this all the time, but what motive would they have to do that? And she said, it's always AI. That's just my answer. Don't like JLR nerdy and white boy were acting like JLR and they were being crazy, stalking, being morons. Tied a mannequin to a tree for domestic violence awareness. Oh, interesting. I don't think there's much in there, honestly. The UFO that moves away quickly is interesting, but to me doesn't prove aliens. Yeah, there was one or two I saw that I could like see pretty like good enough to be like, whoa. And because there was like one that you could see it moving like in a circular like direction, which is what scientists believe. There's something about the force that's created from that circular movement or whatever, but it's a distraction, Kimberly said. You think so? Well, it's possible. But man, I think that there's people that have been tied a mannequin, people that have been begging for them to release stuff for a long time. And like Melissa had pointed out, there's probably a lot more and they're just releasing. And I believe that could definitely be true. But that's so interesting. I mean, who knows, man? But anyways, I am a believer, as in I do believe that there is life on another planet. I do know someone close that spent many an hour in the sky and ground, but no explanation on the ground. Many an hour in the sky and ground. I don't know. That one kind of confuses me, homie C. I'm sorry. All right, you guys. Can they use a decent camera just once? Some of those videos, like the one that, like the two that really stand out to me, one was kind of old. I just haven't seen anything that proves there are aliens. I remain a skeptic for now. Very interesting. All right. Well, you guys, thank you for being here. I'm going to let y'all go. I've been saying bye for, not that long. I just wanted to chat with y'all for a second. But I hope you had a good Memorial Day and you had some good food. I had a steak and some shrimp. It was so good. It was so, so good. And I'm pissed off. Let me tell y'all, here's a warning at the end. Okay. Yes, row to row, you know it. Real quick. Those Jell-O cheesecake mixes where you just mix in the cold milk and then you put it in the crust? There is a new one out that's called chocolate cheesecake. Now, I saw that because those I had those growing up so much. My mom used to make them in little cupcake cups, like cheesecakes, little mini ones. And I loved those. Like that kind of cheesecake is so nostalgic to me. And I was like, that sounds delicious. Chocolate. Dude, it is not cheesecake flavored at all. As soon as I like started after I put it in the pie and like I tasted what was left in the bowl, I'm like, it tastes like chocolate pudding. Then after it set, it got even worse somehow and it became just chocolate mousse. It was awful. Don't if you see it and you're curious like I was, just know it's not cheesecake at all. But anyways, all right, you guys, good night. I hope y'all have a good night and I'll see you soon. And yes, pray for our active duty boys serving for us. Absolutely. And happy Memorial Day, you guys. And not just, in memory of our troops or like people who have died in service or people who have passed on that were at once in service, but it seems to be, I think, a day to kind of just remember anybody you've lost. Ooh. Let me stop because I almost made my voice crack. Anyways, you guys, have a good night and I'll see you soon. Can't talk about that stuff. It just makes me an emotional, crazy person. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a day or two or sometime soon. Okay, bye.